Detroit, we have inspired the world through our fashion, films, TV shows, and especially music. Whether you call us Motown or the Motor City, we are the culture. Detroit welcomes you to the Culture Conversations Podcast. It's the Culture Conversations Podcast, and we're back with my guy, Trav. Trav, what up, though, bro? It's been a minute.
Man, what it do, AT? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man. You've been holding me down. You done been around since I first started podcasting. In fact, you been around so long with it that when I first started in different locations of the studio, you was some of the first guests, man. And I'm glad to finally get together and you here.
For sure, man. For sure, man. You know it's always a pleasure, Ant. You know, bro, we go back now years now.
Yeah.
You know, we met through a mutual sister of ours that we've been knowing forever. Shout out to Joy. And
shout out.
You know, our brotherhood, man, it's just been growing every year, man. So I'm thankful for you and all you done for me. And just happy to be here again, bro. You know, and anytime you call, you know I'm answering. So
my guy.
For sure.
My guy.
Yeah.
Man, it's just an honor to know you, man, because like one thing I love about my guy Trav, dog, is he always comes with the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And you got on one of your dope pieces today, God Vibes Only. And I remember when you put that brand together, and I was like, do he really know how dope that is, what he doing? Yeah. It inspired us all, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
So, like, we're going to move around, of course, you know how we do, but, like, talk about how you started this brand and what this brand means and what you're doing with it now, because it's like it's super dope and some very amazing people have connected with it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, and the brand now, man, is 5 years old. It's called God Got Me. I started it. I had the trademark way back in 2015. Me and my business partner, Cornell Mann, we trademarked the word and God got me. And we didn't really know what we wanted to do with it. You know what I'm saying? We both PKs. We both grew up in the church, you know, like yourself. And so God has always been a part of us. And then, so we just thought, you know, God got me. That's just such a powerful, you know what I'm saying, slogan. And
I say it all the time.
Exactly, man. I mean, we all go through things, bro. And, you know, we didn't know what to do with it. And so we just had it on the shelf, had it trademarked since 2015. And then, you know, the pandemic hit. And then a light bulb went off in my head. Boom, perfect. This pandemic hit, man. You know, we didn't know what was going on with this virus, this coronavirus, and, you know, and all of that. And so I said, man, what better way or what better time to drop that message than now? The world, we didn't know what was going on. We couldn't come out the house. We had to spray down our groceries. You know everything we went through, man. And so we dropped it in April of 2020, man, online. And it's just been growing every year ever since, man. And I just been pushing it, just pushing the message. And yeah, man, God just been showing out with it.
Man, I love the message. I find myself, it started off like just supporting you, getting yourself support, and then it's like become a part of our DNA.
Exactly.
You know, just the whole push behind it.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with this God Vibes Only, man? The roses, like I love that, man.
Yeah, man. So this was actually the first collection that we dropped this year, the God Vibes Only collection. And, you know, I'm a creative, you know, by nature. So, you know, on my computer, you know, in the lab, I have a bunch of designs that I just designed and just put on the shelf. And so I wanted to come into 2025, man. As you know, Aunt, I had some, you know, life things happen to me, man. And I was just really focused on coming into 2025 with a clear mind. And I wanted to set the tone for my year. And, you know, it was some things I had to cut out just personally, man, just some things I wanted to do differently to get different results. And so one of the messages that came to me was God Vibes Only. Like, if whatever I'm dealing with, it don't give me God vibes. And, you know, God is love. And so it's just love, man. I don't have any time for negativity, no, you know, none of that. And so I wanted to make this the first capsule, God Vibes Only. And I've always been big into the roses, you know, just the colorways, you know, the red and green that could play off the Gucci. And so I decided to make this the first capsule of 2025, man. And then every month I'm gonna drop a new design basically.
Word.
Yep. So
That's a
God
big
vibes only.
commitment though.
Yeah,
That's
it
a lot
is.
of work.
It is, man. But and it comes with the territory, bro. Stranger to hard work is it's in us. We up late at night, late nights, early mornings anyway. So it's just steadily keeping the wheels turning in the lab and just pushing it out, man. And so far it's been doing really good, man. I've been getting really a lot of positive feedback. Shout out to Iman Shumpert, used to play for the Knicks and the Cavs. I sent him a package and DC Young Fly. Yeah. So I sent them packages and yeah, man, I've been getting a lot of good responses, man. I've been getting DMs and emails coming in.
That's dope.
I got a couple other packages I need to send out to some celebrities and stuff. But yeah, I thought it was a dope little concept, bro. God vibes only, and that's, like I said, that's my theme, my moniker for 2025.
So dope.
Yeah,
dope like your ones that you got on right now. Like it's dope like that.
Yeah, man. So,
man, you're such an excellent father, man. I love to see how you father your son and the way you spend time with him. I'm not gonna be one of the people that just, I love your pictures, man, when you share with your family, And also, what's going on? Because people have been tripping about you still having this Christmas tree up. What is up? Like,
man.
And you be going back at them in the comments like, that's my tree. That's my house.
You know what I'm saying,
What's
man?
the deal with the Christmas tree still being
you
up,
silly, bro. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, and bro, the cat's out the bag, man. I'm back. I'm a bachelor again. I'm single again, man. I went through a divorce latter part of 2023, and so that the whole Christmas tree thing and the decorations that wasn't one of my duties in the household. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it real, and so. Obviously still had to put it up, in my new crib. I had to, put up a tree for Mav and everything. And so Christmas is over. You know what I'm saying? Christmas is over.
Christmas is over a long time ago.
Yeah, so Christmas over, man. It's still just chilling in my living room. And I'm like, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I kind of got, I'm back in bachelor mode. And so it's like, I'm not in a hurry to take it down, bro. So, but no, man, people been coming for me in the comments, man. So I said I'm by the 4th
At this point, I think you just not taking it down because they coming for you.
Hey, and then Mav was like, "Daddy, we might as well just keep it up. Nah, Christmas will be here in a minute in the kids." So I'm like, man, but no, man, I'm gonna take it down. But yeah, that's kind of been a little running joke on my social media.
It's been hilarious, man.
Yeah, people been on my head, bro.
So you might as well keep it up through the summer, though.
May as well. I mean, at this point. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's the deal with the Christmas tree, bro.
Yeah, most people keep it up to New Year's.
Right.
And then when I saw when it hit February, March, April.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we coming up on 4th of July.
Man, you might want to do a God got me, don't judge me, and put a Christmas tree on it.
Exactly, man. So yeah, people been coming for me, man. So I'm gonna get it down in a minute. Yeah, we gonna get back on.
So how you talked about going through a divorce recently.
Yeah.
So like how did you manage and deal with that, and then how did you manage that with your son? Like whatever you're willing to share.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been going through that.
Absolutely. And you know what, bro, it was important for me to talk about this on this episode because like you just mentioned, and we got family members, we got close homeboys who have gone through it, going through it now, or it could be on the horizon.
On the way.
You know what I'm saying? By you, being a married man, salute to you and your lovely wife, man. It's not easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Having that level of commitment with one person. And, so it's important for me to talk about it, man, because, especially us as black men, we kind of shy away from a lot of sensitive subjects, and that being one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of black men don't know how to deal with it, bro. So, and it wasn't easy at all, bro. I might portray that, just because I don't really post the downtimes of me and things of that nature. But definitely wasn't easy, man. You know, I definitely believe in marriage, still do, even though I went through a divorce. Just support system, though. I say that to any man, any male out there, black or whatever race you are. If you're going through something traumatic like that, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, divorce is the second most traumatic event a person can go through after death.
Whoa.
I didn't know that. Yeah. So as I'm going through my process, I would just say support system, bro. My parents have been there for me. My therapist, shout out to Angela. Yeah, with Glory Counseling. You know, my church family, my pastor. You know, my friends, man, my close homies, you know, and I, you know, you've prayed for me, bro, and, you know, and things of that nature. So it's just, the main thing is just no one should go through anything alone. Yeah. So whatever you're going through, whether it's thinking about suicide or you're dealing with the death of a loved one or going through something traumatic like a divorce, just create that get you a solid foundation of support, man. Like I said, my parents, my brother, my cousins, my close homies, and then most importantly, and you know, God, man. Yeah. You know, we grew up in the church, man, and we, as we become, you know, young men, and you know, with our families, it's important to always lead with God, man. So pray, you know, pray when things are going good, pray when things are going bad. So I lean heavily on my faith, man, and therapy, and just my relationship with God, man. And you know, with Math, by him being so young.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how you processing that.
Yeah. You know, it was important for me to really be strategic, you know, by him being so young. So really didn't get into a lot of the specifics or anything, but it was more so just letting him know that myself and his mom will always be daddy and mommy. You know what I mean? No matter what.
The support system is here.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. He's still, Mav got a lot of love, man. His grandparents, you know, me and his mother. You know, we're navigating this whole co-parenting thing. And that's the main thing, man, is just to let the kid know that he still loved, man. And you know how I feel about my son, and my little rich best friend, bro. Yeah. Like, so me and him talk. I make sure he good. We even put him in the therapy for a minute, and that's it, man. Just keeping the communication open. That's the main thing. Just talking to him, making sure he good.
And his response has been good.
Yeah, he been good, man. Because you know,
whether people know or not, they know before it ended.
Exactly,
they know. They feel it. They know because it's a certain connection they have with their parents, so they feel. Dad, they feel mom, they feel the energy. Absolutely. You know, the whole nine. So absolutely, I'm sure he didn't know, might not know exactly what it was, but he felt that spirit.
For sure, man. Yep, definitely. And you know, like I said, even before the divorce was final, you know, me and his mom, we sat down and, you know, talked to him, and yeah, man, you know, kids are very resilient too, man. I think a lot of times, I know at least with me, that was, you know, one of my main things is like, man, you know, my son gonna be devastated, but Mav handled it like a champ, man. I think I was worried about it more than he was, you know, when I actually had to have. I mean,
because you was in love, so I know it's painful to lose a relationship like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and so, you know, and it's, you know, unfortunately, bro, in our culture, like a lot of people are just like, man, are you know, like we're used to toxic situations when it comes to divorce in our culture, unfortunately. You know, we used to it being an ugly divorce and turmoil, and you just bickering back and forth, you know, being a bitter baby mama, baby daddy, for lack of better words. And so when people ask me how I'm processing everything, I'm like, you know, me and my ex-wife, we handled it, you know, like they're like, you don't hate each other, like, nah, man, you know. But again, we so used to that in our culture, which is sad. Yeah. But, you know, because we see it so much on TV, and
some people want to be entertained too, though.
Exactly.
You gotta guard, you know.
Exactly, bro.
To a certain level, you still gotta protect each other.
Absolutely.
No matter what, because of Mav, y'all family forever.
That's real. That's real. So yeah, man. Like I said, and like just the support system though, man, and just navigating, man, and you know, my brand is called God Got Me. So yeah. I carry that faith with me every day, and what I go through, I always just keep that in the back of my mind that no matter what, God gonna see me through the situation. And so yeah, man, like I say, definitely wasn't easy, but by the grace of God, man, we still here, and And again, if you're a young black man out there and you're going through it, man, just don't try to handle it alone. Get you a support system. That's what I'll say to anybody going through it.
I like the way that you shifted things too, and I see that you've been giving a lot of attention to young men. Talk about this nonprofit and the stuff that you're doing in the schools and going around talking about.
Yeah, man. So I was trying to figure out, and I used to coach high school basketball at U of D. My college coach, Coach Donnelly, who's now the AD, he just resigned this year. So I coached with Coach Donnelly over at U of D back in 2015 through 2017.
Them boys was good this past season.
Yeah, they done had a nice run for about the past 15 years. So yeah, salute to U of D, man, and the basketball program over there. But so I played college basketball, and as you know, and I went to a small Division III school in upstate New York. And by me coming out of the inner city, so taking it all the way back, I was born and raised on the west side, 7 Mile and Southfield to be exact.
Yeah.
And when I turned 8, my pops, both my parents, they retired from Ford. So big three, just like, a lot of families.
They was eating good over there.
So both my parents retired from Ford, bro. And so when I turned 8, my dad, 7 or 8, right before first grade, my dad moved us right across to Oak Park.
Yeah.
So my latter years in my elementary days, middle school and high school, I grew up in Oak Park.
Yeah.
And so I ended up going to Ferndale High School, which was one of the most diverse high schools in the state when when we were coming through. Mm-hmm. And so definitely salute to Ferndale, man. I give them all the credit for me being able to navigate in different spaces in the business world now. Mm-hmm. I mean, I went to school with blacks, whites, Latinos, Chaldeans, Chinese people, Indians. I mean, we had literally everything, and we had different.
He had a smorgasbord.
Pretty much, bro. It was crazy, and I had never seen nothing like that, And so we had so many nationalities, and in our commons area, when you enter our high school, we had every flag of every nationality that we had in the school, and it was like the ceiling was full of flags of all these different nationalities. And I remember back then, man, I thought that was so cool that I was able to navigate with different cultures that young. Mm-hmm. And so fast forward, my senior year, I started to get recruited to go hoop in college. And this small school called Elmira College in upstate New York, about 3.5 hours from New York City. Mm-hmm. They had started recruiting me heavily. And I had never been to New York at that point.
Yeah.
And so Coach Donnelly, shout out to Coach Donnelly, man, he started coming to a couple of my games. He started recruiting me heavy. And I went to visit the campus. Beautiful campus, and beautiful. I mean, from the landscaping, the buildings, like architecture, had a lot of history. Like Mark Twain used to study at our campus, and just rich with history, man. Tommy Hilfiger, he was on the board of trustees. So it was just I'm like, wow, man. And I knew in the back of my mind when I went to visit, I know I always wanted to get into fashion.
We both knew that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, bro?
We both did that.
So I'm like, man, this is dope. But there was one problem. And so as I'm on my visit, I'm looking around, and I don't see nobody that look like us. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this,
Yeah.
So get back home, talk it over with my parents and everything. And I decided to do it, man. I had a couple other schools that was looking at me, but it was just the fact that, Tommy Hilfiger, man, he was a board of trustee. I had the opportunity to do an internship on Wall Street at the New York Stock Exchange. That was important to me. And then Coach Donnelly said I had the opportunity to come and play right away on the basketball court. So just weighed all my options, bro, and my parents, we talked about it, and I decided to go there, and my mom cried like a baby when they dropped me off, bro.
You are a baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so went through 4 years. It was beautiful, man. Like I said, I had a lot of great experiences. Spent the summer in Manhattan working at the New York Stock Exchange on Wall Street. That was like a priceless experience, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. By being a kid coming from Detroit, we don't get those opportunities, man.
That's heavy.
You know what I'm saying? And so I definitely didn't take that for granted, bro. And then by the time my senior year came, there was about 7 or 8 other blacks that came in to me with my recruiting class my freshman year. but I was the last one standing. I was the only one that finished all 4 years.
What?
And I don't even think you know this, Aunt. I was the only black male graduate in my undergrad class from college.
God, dog.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So, but again, Aunt, my background from going to Ferndale High School, my parents put me in Catholic school a couple years in middle school. All of that, man. So I wasn't out of place. I didn't feel I was able to navigate in them spaces by being one of the only blacks up there because I had already been kind of prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? And so salute to my parents, man. And, you know, I talked to them, and I think that was kind of by design that they wanted me to have a kind of diverse setting. Mm-hmm. You know,
I didn't get a diverse setting to college. Until I got to MSU. I've been in all black schools my whole life.
Exactly.
In fact, you didn't even see white people until you went maybe downtown a little bit. But
exactly.
It's really when you went out to Troy, went out to the suburbs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Going out to dinner and all that with your family. Yeah. And so like, you might not have been able to navigate going to a predominantly white institution, you know what I'm saying, just from your background of being in pretty much all black schools until college.
And it's still really, because at Michigan State, we had enough black people to where we always crack jokes about how we had a small black college on a major white campus.
Exactly.
It was still 5,000 to 6,000 of us.
Exactly. Yeah. Y'all was still deep. So deep enough to where. Exactly, yeah. But you know, my school, and it was really like a high school. My high school had more students than my whole college campus.
What?
Yeah, we had like 1,600. I mean, super small campus, bro.
Yeah,
like,
but that's what you needed.
Campus, yeah. And me, knowing me and how I was, especially if I was going to hoop, like with all the distractions, I needed that small setting. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, man, everything happens for a reason, and God don't make no mistakes. Mm-hmm. I was where I was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I would have. I definitely don't think I would have graduated in 4 years if I went to a bigger college. Yeah. And definitely not a HBCU. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of my regrets. And I do kind of wish I had that HBCU experience.
Could have got your master's there after you finished.
Exactly.
You got your master's, then go do that.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Shout out to Elmira, man. I learned a lot there, man. I still keep in touch with a lot of my friends and teammates. And, you know, man, that's what we're supposed to do. And when we have different experiences in life, we're supposed to take pieces of it and carry it throughout life with you. So I learned a lot up there, man. Networked, of course. Some of my good friends still live in New York City till this day. So every year I go to New York, you know, I link up with, you know, friends that I met back from when I was in college. Yeah.
And so I do want to get to some of the stuff you're doing in real estate now. Mm-hmm. But let's go back to fashion a little bit.
Okay.
How deep are you going to go into this fashion game? Because you've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah.
So, like, what level do you see you taking your brand you want to take it to?
So I want to keep it, and I kind of, I don't want to say master. I haven't mastered anything, but I have been getting really good with the whole e-commerce space. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, the Facebook ads and doing the different type of ads on all the different social media platforms. I'm still navigating through that to reach a broader audience because I haven't even scratched the surface yet. And like, you know, man, with the message behind the brand, haven't even scratched the surface. So right now I do want to keep it e-commerce. Eventually I do want to get a small retail space. Mm-hmm. Just because I get a lot of emails and a lot of calls from elderly, senior citizens, you know, people who are not really tech savvy. Yeah. You know, a lot of older people, they're scared of scammers, and they don't like to really put their card information online a lot. So I do want to get a small space where they can at least drive and come get it, and you know, they don't have to worry about ordering online. So that's it, man. I also have another brand on the horizon, and I mentioned it to you a couple weeks ago that I'm gonna want you a part of, man. So I don't want to spill too much of it, but it's gonna be dope, man, and it has to do with fatherhood and motherhood. Okay. So, and you one of the best dads I know, bro.
Appreciate
so, I definitely want you part of that. So yeah, and I got a couple other things that's gonna spring off of this brand. That I got on the horizon that's cooking up right now.
That's right. You keep it cooking it up. Yeah. Let's tap into something that I feel like we need to tap on in our community a lot. Also is financial, not just financial literacy, but real estate. Because you've played on all sides of real estate. Yeah. So, like, tell the people exactly what you're doing or done in real estate, and give us a few little nuggets about where the industry is right now.
Right. So, yeah, and my real estate background goes way back. Started with my father. Mm-hmm. So my dad, man, salute to my pops, man. He's my mentor. He's my hero. I want to
hold on, clap it up for the dads out here.
Definitely, man. With Father's Day coming up,
Mr. Wilder, you are a hero.
Salute,
we
Pop.
appreciate
Salute,
you.
man.
We salute you.
Absolutely, man. And so, my dad, man, I watched him, when he was hustling and bustling, through his career. He was a skilled tradesman at Ford, and he always taught me ownership, ownership at a very young age. And so I never forget, when I was in high school, college, middle school, my dad always kept a rental property, one or two, that was his little side hustle. Mm-hmm. And he did most of the repairs himself. He self-taught himself the game, man. And I thought that was so dope. Mm-hmm. By my dad, came from the South. He didn't, go through your average 4-year university, or none of those things. And so he was really self-taught, man. And he learned the real estate game early on. He started getting in investment properties and rental properties. And he used to teach me back then, just, see, son, you buy a house for this price, you rent it out, your tenants pay for your mortgage. As you pay the mortgage down, you sell it, and then you get the profit. You know what I'm saying? He taught me the whole game early. And so I'm like, okay. I always thought that was dope. And I actually think I went to a closing or two with him. And, I never forget when I came home from college, I decided not to, I had a couple opportunities to try out to go play overseas and stuff. And, my sophomore year, I was in New York when 9/11 hit. I don't know if you knew that either. So I was literally in New York.
I remember I was on campus when that happened.
Yeah.
That junk was crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
man. So after that, my mom, she really didn't want me because, I had opportunities to try to go get take opportunities in New York City after college. And I kind of wanted to do that. But after 9/11 thing, I know my mom, I knew that was going to drive her crazy.
Everybody's on high alert there.
Exactly. And so I was like, I decided to just come back home, man. And my first job right out of college was with then Quicken Loans. Now it's Rocket Mortgage, owned by Dan Gilbert. And so I always had my dad, the real estate background. My dad taught me the game early. So I always kind of knew. And then, Quicken recruited me out of college, went on the interview and all that, and had held several different positions there. I was a loan analyst on the refinance and purchase side. Mm-hmm. I was an appraisal analyst, and then when I left, I was a team leader over on the appraisal side of things. Mm-hmm. And so, and then I shuffled around to a couple different companies, and I got into underwriting. Mm-hmm. And that's my 9 to 5 now. I'm still an underwriter to this day with United Wholesale Mortgage, owned by Matt Ishbia, owner of Phoenix Suns.
And I just want to say shout out Go Green, because he's with all these billionaire Spartans. Michigan State University put out some of the best in the game, and we be holding it down. So I don't hear none other talk. When it comes to Big Ten, these Spartans, we get to the bag. We get to the bag.
How did I know you was going to plug that Go Green, Go White, man? But,
hey, it is what it is. Just so people know, in the state of Michigan, majority, if not all the billionaires come from Michigan State University.
I did see a stat on that.
You see that?
I saw something about that on social
media. We got over 12 billionaires that came from Michigan State. Something crazy.
Something crazy, man. Yeah. So salute to East Lansing, man. They put out some major players, dude. For real.
It's a special place.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, man. And so when I graduated, I started making pretty good money, and I was, living back home, and I was like, I'm making pretty good money now, Pops. I'm about to get my own apartment. I'm get out your mom way. You know what I'm saying?
Like, nah, you need to buy something.
He like, no, you ain't. He like, I never want you to rent. Yeah. Like, what? Like that? I'm a grown man. Like, nah, man. You gonna stay here with me and your mom for a year and a half, 2 years, stack your bread. You gonna buy your first house.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Father. And I didn't understand it. I was mad then. And I tell me and my dad talk about this to this day. And I said, Dad, thanks, man, because you instilled something in me. A concept that I want to pass along to my son, and I want Mav to pass along to his son or his kids. And so I did it, stacked my money, man. I bought my first crib at 23 in Oak Park, and then I sold that one. I bought a condo in Southfield. And then, you know, when I got married, I bought another property out in St. Clair Shores, and then I rented that property out. And so then that was my first real taste of the rental game. You know what I'm saying? I owned the property free and clear, and I started getting this rental income every month. And it's like, man. And if you think about it, and you do that a couple of times, and then you flip a couple of cribs, then you can get to $1 million. You can become a millionaire like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so shout out to my pops, man. He taught me the concept of ownership versus renting. And again, I want to put this out there. There's no shade to people who rent. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, you know, especially with the interest rates now.
This is a great conversation because I was having a conversation with one of my white guy I know out in California. Okay. And he is a $50 million dude. Right. Never has owned a property. He does things different. It's about having different concepts and different portfolios.
Exactly.
He doesn't never want to own property. He's more into like, I'd rather rent, don't have the property taxes, don't, you know, keep his overhead low. Exactly. And then he moves money around in the stock market, and then he owns businesses. Exactly. But he doesn't like to own buildings, nothing. Like, he just likes to move finances around. He don't even buy cars, he lease them. So he said after he leased a car for two, he said, I want to drive the flyest whip. He said he's going to drive the flyest car for 2 to 4 years, and then he sells the lease. Like, because he put me up on that. I didn't know you could do that. Yes. He'll sell the lease and sell the vehicle, then pay the lease off. He'll sell the vehicle. I know you do that. He don't turn it in. He sell it, sell lease, and then he go pay that off, and then go get another. And he make money. He said, I make $5 to $10 grand off selling that vehicle, pay that lease off, sell it because it's gonna be a certain mileage down. Then he go get something else fly. He just has a different concept on how he does it, and it works for him. It can work either way though.
Exactly, and you know, and especially by him moving, man. I'm sure he don't even have the time to do the upkeep of a house. You know what I mean? So like, you know, the landscaping, and if something go wrong, you gotta get that handled. So like, that's what I'm saying. Renting does work. Like, it's no shade to renting, but owning real estate, you can make generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can do it either way. Because you can pull money out. It's like having a bank. I always tell people, I feel like I never lose money in real estate because it's really like I got money sitting. Exactly. And I can pull out, the rates go up and down, just like if you was investing in. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And every year you living in your home, it's just doing nothing but building equity. Every month you pay that house note, that principal balance is just doing this. And once it gets down here in flatline, just pay your taxes every year. You own that whole thing. And then when you sell it, obviously, every year the market property value appreciates. You can sell your home for 2, sometimes 3 and 4 times what it was worth when you bought it. So
I like both ways. I like both concepts.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It works. It's just whatever your lifestyle is and whatever you got going. You know what I mean?
I do believe America was still built off of land ownership. That's a major thing here, because you can look at some countries where you can't do real estate, those places like you can do here.
Exactly. You can't.
The value ain't not even there.
Exactly. It's not even close in some spots. Yeah. You know what I mean? The value in some countries, man, is like, it's very minimal. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which, for us Americans, it's a good thing to, you know, just if you want to have a vacation home or anything like that, you should start looking at some of these countries and some down in the Caribbean. Like, you can get a nice condo, you know, in the Caribbean for fractions of what you would pay here. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's another option.
Still got to deal with the maintenance and the upkeep.
Exactly. So that's always, you know, you got to hire somebody to upkeep it and all of that for you.
So, quick question. Answer whatever questions you do or don't want to answer. But so, coming from newly divorced. Yeah. I don't want to know if you're single or dating, or we don't care about that. Yeah. I mean, we care, but we don't want to know that information. Right. But this is a question I want to ask because a lot of guys I've heard personally talk about this.
I already know what you're
about to ask. As soon as you got divorced, how crazy did it get? Were they coming at you like crazy? Were they waiting on you to be single? Like, how crazy did it get out here?
You know what, Ant? Because I didn't, and you know me, Ant, I'm a private guy for the most part when it comes to my private life. Yeah. You know, my social media is mostly my business stuff or my son for the most part. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so, honestly, a lot of people, I mean, you know, and I did, you know, post my spouse and things like that, but when that ceased, a lot of people still don't know. This will be the first time a lot of people gonna know that I am divorced. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, it didn't get real crazy just because I didn't really put it out there. Like, hey, I'm happily divorced. Because it wasn't even like that. Like that wasn't a happy time.
Because you didn't throw a divorce party like these fools doing nowadays, which is crazy.
That's one of the most.
That's some ignorant stuff, dog.
To me too. Party, just my humble opinion. No shade to nobody to do it, but like, because that's a death, bro.
Yeah.
Like I went through it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't. I wasn't happy that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That this happened. So yeah, man. To answer your question, it didn't. Just because I was just.
You kept it
grieving and going through my process. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the divorce parties. I think that's just, what are you celebrating, bro? That's a failed thing, a family that's been affected, especially with kids involved.
Yeah.
You know.
And then for the ones that approach you as soon as you get divorced anyway, fellas, like most of the time, these are the same females don't care when you're married. So it's really not a celebration. It's really not nothing like major because you know what that is.
Exactly. That is. Would you do it again? Would you marry again? See, and that's what I thought you was gonna ask, man. But I knew that was probably gonna be a follow up. But absolutely, bro, without hesitation. And that's what I come from, bro. Yeah. That's what I always strive for. I saw it successfully done. Yeah. Salute to my parents. This Wednesday coming up, they'll be celebrating 53 years.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? So
clap for mom and dad.
Yes.
Dad and mom.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
53 years.
And so that's what I always seen, and that's what I always wanted.
And let's clap to us parents that had kids after we were married for a while. Clap to those that us that our kids were playing.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Clap for that too. Yeah. You don't get enough credit for that.
Absolutely, bro. So yeah, absolutely. And I still very much believe in love, believe in marriage and all of that.
That's key. You said believe in love.
Yeah. And love.
So this time it's not gonna be a prenup before you get married?
Nah.
Okay.
And it's
because you didn't see every side of it now, so you like, and you've acquired quite a bit since.
It's, bro. Again, man, just because, the first time it didn't go as I anticipated. God don't make no mistakes, man. I mean,
that's
you know
real.
that, bro.
Yeah,
so like, I got a beautiful baby boy out the marriage. Learned a lot and everything, and so. I'll definitely do it again, man.
And you can take your time. And this time, shoot, you ain't got to rush. Like I tell dudes, it's like, man, if you want more kids, just get a younger woman. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that math works. Just get
you know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, men be having babies today, 80. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They be out here, boy.
For real. But no, we good, man. I'm one and done like Carmelo on the kid tip. Like, math just going to be,
I feel you on that.
I'm good.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah. Man. So, like, to the people, man, before I have you drop your social media. Yeah. When it comes to business, we talk about real estate, when it comes to business and starting your brand, what's some key factors, like, especially young people, will want to look at before they start their business?
Absolutely. And definitely pray on it, man. Mm-hmm. Meditate. Don't just jump out there and just start doing stuff without planning and taking the proper steps, bro. As you know, and I mean, because it's so much that you have to do to even get it off the ground, bro. Mm-hmm. So do your research. A lot of people hit me up. They don't even know how to start an LLC. Mm-hmm. And it's so easy, especially in the state of Michigan. Everything is on the website. Yeah. You know what I mean? So definitely get all your legal stuff in order, man. Your trademarks. So I had God got me, like I said, got me trademarked 5 years before I even brought the brand out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So definitely do your legal paperwork and homework. Do your research. Pray on it. Come up with a concept. Don't just bring out something just to say you have a business or you started an LLC. Do something with meaning to it and let it have a concept because concepts last. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You look at some of the biggest brands in the world, they all have a concept behind it. And even in their slogans, Nike, just do it. it's saying whatever you do, just do it. Like, don't think about it. Just jump out there and do it. Like, that's something that can go on and on and on. And so definitely do your homework, bro. I would say, at least in the fashion industry, get samples. Don't just jump out there and just get the first, manufacturer that you.
How much do you need to start a fashion brand? Do you think?
It depends on what type of brand. And, if you want a luxury brand, obviously it's going to be a little bit more, but if it's really mainly t-shirts, hoodies, shorts, if you start small with the legal paperwork, the trademarking, you can get off the ground for $2,000.
That's about right.
You know what I'm saying?
$2,500.
Website fees, trademarking, getting your domain, all about $2,500.
About $2,500 to do it.
Yeah. So it don't take a lot, man. It's the magic sauce is in the marketing and how you pushing it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yep.
I love it, man.
Definitely.
Well, we want to thank you for coming on the Cultures Conversations podcast. Man, I got my guy. Should I say, legal? I call you Trav because
you call me whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Give me your social media though.
Yeah. So you can holler at me, man. So the brand is at God Got Me Store on all platforms: TikTok, IG, Facebook, Twitter. That's at GODGOTME Store, STORE, all one word. And then my personal page is Travmatic43. The number's 43. So TRAVMATIC, and then the number's 43. Shout out to my favorite rapper, Nas.
I'm about to say Travmatic.
Illmatic. So it's a play off Illmatic. So shout out to the GOAT, Nas Escobar, man. And that's how you can follow me on my social media. And then obviously GodGotMeStore.com is the website.
Man, Detroit is the city of God. Michigan is the state of abundance.
Absolutely.
And we want to say Detroit to the world. And we want to thank you, man. We know God got me, God got you, God got us all.
Absolutely.
And we love what you're doing, and we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
So we just want to say what up, though, and we thank you all for tuning in to the Cultures Conversations podcast.